Right, so I asked my team to ask you for any burning questions about the season, about Survivor and the history of Survivor SA, and I thought I'd get 2 or 3 questions, and I got weeks of burning questions. So many burning questions. There's a fire going on right here on social media, but that's the kind of thing that I like. So I'm going to try and answer a few of them. A lot of them were quite similar, so we kind of narrowed it down. Obviously, we can't answer all of them, but I'm definitely going to do my best to answer some of them. All right, now for some Twitter questions. Lynn Williams asks, share one of your most memorable behind-the-scenes moments. Oh, there are so many, as you can imagine, but there's one really great moment that comes to mind. So in the Philippines, our tribal council was out in the water. We had to travel about 35 minutes, 40 minutes by boat, depending on the weather. And we would drive out in this, just before sunset, beautiful sunsets, and then we'd have tribal, and then we'd come back, of course, in the pitch black, in the dark, and it would be really dark. So our skippers, local guys, always knew how to navigate their way back. But on the way back from one particular tribal council, there was a terrible storm that moved in. We knew it was coming, and we hoped we had enough time, so we said, let's go for it. On the way back, the storm caught us in the teeth, and so we were bouncing our way back. And my personal assistant's name's Clarice. I call her Reese with a spoon. And Reese was bouncing all over the boat, and I have this beautiful moment in my mind where Reese was bouncing up and down, and at one point she bounced up, and I literally grabbed her by the leg as she almost bounced out the boat, grabbed her leg and pulled her back into the boat, and her eyes were like this, and we looked at each other and we said, this is why we came. And it really is why we come, for those crazy moments, because that is what Survivor is all about. Here we have Jody. When Altaf dumped the rice in the fire at tribal, were you shocked because your face was stone cold expressionless, or were you just screaming inside? I'm always screaming inside a little bit for various reasons. Either I'm screaming, play that idol, play your idol, or don't do it, don't drop the rice in the fire, don't drop the rice in the fire, my friend. When he dropped the rice in the fire, I was like, ooh, man, that's the worst thing you can do. Amy Chan asks, when are you and Apaglia going to join forces to bring US Survivor Southern Hemisphere versus Northern Hemisphere? Well, Amy, from your lips to God's ears, because again, we're dreaming, I think, of having these cross-continental challenges. I think there are so many different ways to play this game locally. And when I say locally, I mean with a local cost, but it's so great when you can mix and match with people from across the world. And now that Survivor's become an international phenomenon, and that really just does seem like the next step, right? So if we all think about it, pray about it, manifest it, it's going to happen. So keep thinking like that. Flixie says, how hard is it to bite your tongue at tribal council? You keep it cool and calm. Many years of practice. It's for me, it's about just keeping calm and looking at all these faces. And listen, they're doing the same back at me. I'm asking them questions and they're going, yeah, no, everything was fine back at camp today. In the meantime, they know that I know that they know that we know that we all know that it wasn't fine. And so practice makes perfect. Sally Bob Marley, or Sally Bob Marley 8, says, I just want to know when Nico, Jonathan and Jeff are coming together to plan a World All-Star Survivor. This one's coming up a lot, isn't it? Soon, guys. Okay, as soon as it happens, you'll know, I'll know. We'll all be very excited when it does happen. And then Rochelle Moller asks, how did you feel seeing Chappies lose that crucial game? Well, I think there was a collective groan across the Survivor world when Chappies lost. But again, that's what it comes down to. When you're a challenge beast and you lose that challenge, that's the only thing keeping you in the game. No one's going to take you to the end. If you've got some social game going as well, and you've outlasted and you've outplayed, then you are a serious contender for the win. And if anyone has a slightly lesser game than you, there's no way they're taking you to the end. So Chappies was a challenge beast, and you could see it in his face when he came off in that final 3 challenge. He knew it was done. He knew, and he lay there for a while. I was there afterwards watching him lie there when the cameras cut, and you could see he was dealing with the grief of losing the title of sole survivor. He knew it was gone. He knew it was done, and it's tough. It's tough to watch, but that's this game. It's so ruthless, and there's so much that comes into play, and if you're not prepared for that, it can break you. But you know what? Today, I know this for a fact because I've chatted to him, Chappies is stronger for it. It's taught him something, and that's what's beautiful. No one leaves here a loser, even the person who gets voted out first. And there we go. That's it. That's the end of this set of burning questions. I know there were so many more. I'm sorry I haven't gotten to all of them. Hopefully I've answered a few that cover a lot. Yeah, make sure you tune in to Season 9, Survivor SA Return of the Outcast. Believe me, it's going to be incredible. In fact, I've got to run because I've got another challenge to get to, no time to waste, and more coffee to drink. God bless you till the next time I see you.